Hey guys, YouTube deleted my live stream today. As soon as it aired, I tried to re-upload it. This is the clip that they're banning. YouTube doesn't want you to see this clip of Stormy Daniels and Jimmy Kimmel. It's really freaking weird. And she's in this clip. She refuses to agree that the letter she allegedly wrote in 2018 saying she never received hush money was a fake letter. Jimmy Kimmel was like begging her to just say it's a fake letter. You didn't mean to write this letter saying that you didn't get hush money, but she wouldn't agree to it in the interview. And then he brings out this creepy prop with some carrots. Anyway, YouTube will not allow me to air the clips of Jimmy Kimmel and Stormy Daniels. It's allegedly a copyright issue with Disney. Normally I can air clips any other time, but for some reason this one's forbidden. So what I'm doing is I did keep a copy of the live stream. So I'm editing out the clips that are banned on YouTube. This should have fed through to my BitChute and Rumble, which are linked down below. BitChute for sure. I am on all platforms. So if you want to see the Stormy Daniels clips on my BitChute, click the link down below. The clips are towards the end of the live stream, but definitely watch the full live stream here, which was banned twice on YouTube. Hopefully this uploaded version stays up. Well, Peter Doocy went there today in the White House press briefing asking whether President Biden is worried that he will be indicted by a local DA in the future.
As a lawyer, is he concerned at all that a local DA indicting a former president could down the line open up the possibility, set the precedent, that local DAs that don't like former President Biden could indict him?
I'm not going to comment from here.
Why don't you have more to say about the Trump indictment?
It is an ongoing case, and I've been very clear about that. We've been prudent about that, not commenting on ongoing cases, and we're going to stick to that.
But for
Peter?
better or worse, all that anybody in the country is talking about at this exact moment while we're in here is Trump. And they look here to find out what the White House thinks about it. And
Well, I think the American people should feel reassured that when there is an ongoing case like this one, that we're just not commenting.
And so, does the lack of comment mean that you do not think anything happening in New York today is one of the top issues facing the country at the moment?
That's your assessment. That's not my assessment. I'm just laying out the facts that we are just not going to comment on an ongoing case from here. And we've been very consistent, we've been very prudent, and we're going to stick there.
White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre once again doing a great job of just not giving answers to any questions. Once again, that on the same day that history was made as the first former president and current lead presidential candidate in history was arrested and arraigned in Manhattan, New York today. President Donald Trump pled not guilty to 34 counts. These are allegations that Trump paid Stormy Daniels $130,000 to silence claims she had an affair with him. I'm going to play some of the sound bites from District Attorney Alvin Bragg today. He had a press conference recapping why he's coming after Trump. First, I want to show you guys what President Trump is saying. Actually, he's just been posting an update on Truth Social in the past hour. Trump said, quote, just lifted off for Palm Beach, Florida. Will be delivering remarks tonight at Mar-a-Lago at 8:15 Eastern. The hearing was shocking to many in that they had no surprises and therefore no case. This DA brought forward no surprises, no case. He says, quote, virtually every legal pundit has said that there's no case here. There was nothing done illegally. Yeah, you guys, I reported last week that even the New York Times, in breaking the news that there was indictments, New York Times said, yeah, it's probably not going to lead to a conviction, though. So that's what we call a witch hunt. Just run him through hell for nothing. Not even evidence for a conviction. Then why the heck are you indicting him? Trump also tweeted truthed an hour ago, quote, Alvin Bragg shut down New York City brought in 38,000 NYPD officers and will spend an estimated $200 million of New York City funds for a totally legal $130,000 NDA. On top of all that, the Ninth Circuit Court just awarded me $122,000 over the $500,000 already awarded from Stormy Horseface Daniels. We're gonna catch you guys up some more on what he said, what the DA is saying, and how the DA exposed himself as planning this witch hunt before he even took office or looked at evidence. Real quick shout out to the sponsor of my coverage. The second largest and third largest bank runs in history happened last month. The government is taking steps to guarantee all deposits. That means more money printing. Thousands have approached Noble Gold Investments to secure their wealth with gold. Gold is the most stable asset outside of government control. Hurry, go to noblegoldinvestments.com to secure your wealth. It's ivoryheckergold.com, link down in my description. Same thing. Bag a free 5-ounce America the Beautiful coin if you qualify. Noblegoldinvestments.com. That's ivoryheckergold.com, link down in my description. Checking your comments. We are live once again today. What a time to be alive. Trump is actually not the first president to be arrested, but he's the first former president and current presidential candidate to be arrested. Ulysses S. Grant was the first president to be arrested while he was a current president over 150 years ago. He had a lead foot. He had a horse and buggy, but he would ride it very fast, and he got a speeding ticket over and over until he got arrested for speeding. I guess the charges were dropped. That was just for speeding. But Trump, they are saying that he actually violated election law. I'm going to play for you District Attorney Bragg's explanation of what Trump did to lead to 34 felony counts today. Here it is.
Trump repeatedly make these false statements. The evidence will show that he did so to cover up crimes relating to the 2016 election. Donald Trump, executives at the publishing company American Media Incorporated, Mr. Cohen, and others agreed in 2015 to a catch and kill scheme. That is, a scheme to buy and suppress negative information to help Mr. Trump's chance of winning the election. As part of this scheme, Donald Trump and others made 3 payments to people who claimed to have negative information about Mr. Trump. To make these payments, they set up shell companies, and they made yet more false statements, including, for example, in AMI, American Media Incorporated's business records. One of the 3 people that they paid to keep quiet was a woman named Stormy Daniels. Less than 2 weeks before the presidential election, Michael Cohen wired $130,000 to Stormy Daniels' lawyer. That payment was to hide damaging information from the voting public. The participant scheme was illegal. The scheme violated New York election law, which makes it a crime to conspire to promote a candidacy by unlawful means. The $130,000 wire payment exceeded the federal campaign contribution cap, and the false statements in AMI's books violated New York law. That is why Mr. Trump made false statements about his payments to Mr. Cohen. He could not simply say that the payments were a reimbursement for Mr. Cohen's payments to Stormy Daniels. To do so, to make that true statement, would have been to admit a crime. So instead, Mr. Trump said that he was paying Mr. Cohen for fictitious legal services in 2017 to cover up actual crime committed the prior year. And in order to get Michael Cohen his money back, they planned one last false statement. In order to complete the scheme, they planned to mischaracterize the repayments to Mr. Cohen as income to the New York State tax authorities. The conduct I just described and that which was charged by the grand jury is felony criminal conduct in New York State.
So 34 false statements and business records that were concealing criminal conduct. That's what he's accusing Trump of. Now, Bragg was asked by reporters after making that statement today. Reporters said, Mr. District Attorney, your predecessor, the DA of Manhattan before him, as well as federal prosecutors, have looked at this case in the past and chosen not to file charges. So why are you filing charges now? And he said there's new evidence. He was also asked by reporters, why now? Why are you filing these charges now when I guess he took office over a year ago? Here he explains why now.
We conducted a thorough and rigorous investigation, as we're known to do, at the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. I've been doing this for 24 years and am no stranger to rigorous, complex investigations. I bring cases when they're ready. Having now conducted a rigorous, thorough investigation, the case was ready to be brought, and it was brought.
So it's just, well, the timing is that we just got the evidence now. Months after Trump announced he was running for office once again, and he is the front runner. I want to show you guys Alvin Bragg, while he was campaigning for DA, he campaigned on the witch hunt. He said, I'm going to go find evidence to take Trump down. He hadn't even looked at the evidence yet, but he said, you know, if he's elected, he'll take Trump down. Here he is on a radio show talking about it during his campaign.
Are they going to convict Donald Trump?
I'm the candidate in the race who has the experience with Donald Trump. I was the chief deputy in the Attorney General's office. We sued the Trump administration over 100 times for the Muslim travel ban, for family separation at the border, for shenanigans with the census. So I know how to litigate with him. I also led the team that did the Trump Foundation case. So I'm ready to go wherever the facts take me and to inherit that case. And I think, you know, it'd be hard to argue with the fact that that'd be the most important, most high profile case. And I've seen him up front and seen the lawlessness that he can do.
And you believe it should happen?
I believe we have to hold him accountable. So yeah, you are right. We got two standards of justice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, being a rich old white man has allowed you to evade accountability in Manhattan. That includes Trump and his children. So I've seen a pattern of lawlessness over 20 years. And so I'm inclined to believe all I see in the public domain and know that there's and believe that there's a path forward there to make a case.
Thanks for the super chat, Matthew. Happy Holy Week, Ivory for America. Yes, happy Easter week, everybody. I want to let me show you what else Trump said real quick before I show you something from Stormy Daniels. But here Trump also earlier today, quote, heading to Lower Manhattan, the courthouse seems so surreal. Wow, they are going to arrest me. Can't believe this is happening in America. MAGA, Make America Great Again. He posted that as he was about to go in for arraignment. I heard that they no longer do mugshots or put out mugshots in New York City, so I guess there's not a mugshot. Okay, I want to talk to you guys about Stormy Daniels. So she, you know, a letter was published allegedly from her in 2018 saying, hey, there's word going around that I was paid hush money and it's not true. Well, Jimmy Kimmel had her on the next day after that letter came out, and it was the cringiest interview on Jimmy Kimmel I have ever seen. Like, oh my word. I mean, in one part of the interview, he lays out different sized carrots, like actual carrots that you eat. And he asked her to grab a carrot, and it's all implied that whatever carrot she grabs is the size of Donald Trump's, you know, private parts. And so she wouldn't grab a carrot. And Jimmy Kimmel saying, well, that's because she was, that's because she signed a non-disclosure. it just goes on and on with raunchiness. But he reads the letter that she allegedly signed denying the hush money, and then tries to get her to admit that this is a phony letter, that she did not sign a letter denying hush money, that this is a bogus made up letter on the internet. She would not admit that the letter was bogus. She wouldn't even admit that the letter is bogus. So does that mean the letter's real? She's, of course, loving the attention. I just want to show you guys how, just I'm not gonna have her words in my mouth, but this is what she literally wrote today. You guys can just read it yourself. Classy lady right there. Sarcasm, of course. But yeah, so here it is. We have the first arrest of a former president who is currently running and in the lead for president once again. He wasn't jailed. Like he said on Truth Social, he's already back on his way down to Florida. So, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Just wanted to catch you guys up on that and let you hear from Alvin Bragg himself on what he's accusing Trump of. Checking your comments. This isn't funny. It's actually cringe. Yes, so freaking cringe. And I don't know that Jimmy Kimmel was like really trying to just get some like news out. I don't know if he was trying to be funny. He was just like he was ready to stoop to any low to try to get a news headline out with that. It was pretty freaking weird. She seemed weirded out. Oh, yikes. You guys are really saying mean stuff about her in the comments. I'm not going to read that. Okay. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys here on YouTube tomorrow. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment. Thanks for the support.